Are you feeling stuck, overwhelmed, or just straight up confused about how to even begin learning AI? Like everyone else is 10 steps ahead and you're still Googling what is AI? Now if that's you, then keep watching, because by the end of this video you're going to have a super clear roadmap to actually start learning AI in a way that fits your lifestyle, builds your confidence and helps you to use it to create real opportunities online, even if you've got zero experience or you just feel like tech isn't your thing. Now before we get started, can I ask you one small favour? If you like what I do here, can you please hit the subscribe button, because that keeps me energized to bring you more content. Thank you very much. Let's get straight into it. Let's get started with tip number 1, which is to start with the right mindset or you may burn out fast. Now one of the biggest myths that I hear is that you have to become some genius coder to learn AI. This simply isn't the case. You don't need to master maths or Python or any other language online to get started. What you do need is a mindset that's focused on using AI as a valuable tool, not trying to build it from scratch. I've seen regular everyday people such as freelancers, parents and even retirees start using AI in their business to create real opportunities just by changing the way that they think about it. So I recommend that you ditch the "I'm not smart enough" narrative right now. That mindset is one of the real reasons that people fail, not because of their actual skill level. Now one of my clients, who was called Sam, used to say he wasn't very technical. Now he uses ChatGPT and Gemini and a whole range of other AI tools almost every day to write all his client reports. He didn't level up his tech skills, he just simply changed the way he was thinking. If you've ever thought that I'm too late, everybody's already ahead of me, then let me stop you right there. The truth is most people are just pretending to understand AI and they really don't. You're actually way ahead because you're willing to learn and most people are not. AI is still in its toddler stage and it's still in the early stages of the actual growth. That means your timing is perfect if you start today, and you can see better results if you start by asking yourself this question: what problem in my life or business could AI help me solve today? And don't start with the learning, start with the actual doing. This is where you really are going to learn, by actually using AI in everyday scenarios, because it gives you the momentum. Now when Sarah, a coach that I used to work with, asked that same question, she realised that she could use AI to plan her content for the whole month. That small shift saved her lots of hours per week. Now I suggest that you make peace with the fact that you feel uncomfortable at first with AI. That discomfort is not failure, it's just the way you feel. But when you start using AI, you'll begin to realise just how simple it can be, and that's where the real growth is. It means you're rewiring the way you think, and that's exactly what's supposed to happen when you're stepping into something different and something that's very powerful. Now one of the best things you can do is stop asking the question, how do I learn everything? And start asking this question instead: how do I learn just enough to make this useful? So real world learning means applying AI in your business, and not just reading about it online. You'll gain the confidence by actually using and doing AI, using simple tools. Now here's something most people won't tell you. You don't need to become an expert in AI, far from it. You need to become an expert in using it to solve your specific problems. That mindset alone can save you months of spinning your wheels. Now, I've created some free training resources to show you how to build an online income stream using AI. If you want to learn more, go and click the link in the description below the video. Now let's get back to the video. Let's now move on to tip number 2, which is to learn the basics without getting overwhelmed. Let me tell you something, many of the AI courses out there today are designed to just impress and not really teach you that much. You don't really need to understand the science behind AI models, you just need to know what outcomes and results that they can produce for you. What you need is the clarity on how AI fits into your lifestyle and even your business, and that's really it. You can start with the relevance, but you don't want to research the actual models. I suggest that you start with hands-on tools like Gemini, ChatGPT or Claude. and you can use these for free. But you don't want to just read about them. I recommend you start using them. You can just go to OpenAI and ask ChatGPT to rewrite your last Instagram caption, or just use a simple prompt, or you can even summarize a podcast or something similar. That experience is probably worth more than watching 10 different YouTube tutorials. Now you can feel way less overwhelmed if you stop multitasking between 20 different tutorials. I would recommend picking one learning path and staying with it for about 7 to 10 days. For example, you could take a free AI for Entrepreneurs playlist and just commit to that. That consistency will create more clarity. Now here's a little trick. You can use AI in your everyday tasks outside of work first, such as meal planning, grocery lists and journal prompts. It lowers the stakes and helps you to build your confidence fast. I even had one client who used AI to plan her kid's birthday party, and this was her aha moment because she hadn't used it before. So make sure that you focus on your world. Now, if you're a coach, try using AI to plan your next offer. If you're a service provider, you can use it to write a simple proposal. Now, the learning sticks deeper when it's tied to your own results. Generic practice, that's what slows people down. If you struggle to stay focused, I would recommend you block off 20 minutes a day and give yourself one prompt challenge. For example, you can go to ChatGPT and just ask the AI to create free blog titles for your niche. This is really small, bite-sized, practical, and it builds skill like reps at the gym, and you really will get the hang of it real quickly. Now don't fall into the trap of thinking that you need to learn AI before you use it. It's really the other way around. The faster learners are the ones who jump straight in. They make some mistakes and then they figure it out as they go. It's all about using your prompts and just simply re-engineering them. That's how you turn confusion into more competence. Let's now move on to tip number 3, which is to use AI to solve real problems in your online business. The mistake that most people make is they treat AI like a cool toy instead of a serious tool. But when you shift your thinking to, how can this save me time or make me more money right now, everything begins to change. AI isn't about replacing you, it's about freeing you up to give you more time. You can use ChatGPT and Gemini right now to write an entire email sequence, create some social media content, or even map out a digital product. One guy that I worked with used AI to generate 30 days of content ideas in just 10 minutes. He said it saved him 5 hours of brainstorming every week. Now, if your business tasks feels overwhelming, then try this. List out the stuff that you avoid, such as emails, copywriting and customer support. Then you can feed one of these into an AI tool and see what it spits out. You'll then start seeing AI as your partner and not a pressure. A powerful insight that most people don't talk about. AI actually boosts your creativity, but only if you use it in the right way. Now when you start staring at a blank screen, AI gives you the rough clay and then you have to simply sculpt it. That's a better process than trying to force brilliance from scratch, so you can use it to create something from scratch. I recommend trying tools like Jasper for content or Midjourney for your visuals, and even Canva if you're a creative. These tools are very easy to use and they turn you from idea person into an execution machine. You don't need to wait for motivation anymore. Now, one smart shift that you can make is to stop asking the question, can I do this? And start asking the simple question, how fast can AI help me get this done? Speed helps you to create more confidence, and confidence creates more momentum, and momentum will help you to create more income. That's the domino effect. AI can kick off in your business. Now let me tell you something you won't hear very often. AI is not here to do your job. It's actually here to amplify your value, but only if you know how to point it at the right problem. That's your job. You're still the CEO of your business. AI is just the best assistant you've probably ever had. Let's now move on to tip number 4, which is to build your skills slowly and consistently. That's how you win. Now don't believe the hype that you've got to go all in to see results. You can get further with 15 focused minutes a day, more than a 5-hour binge once a month. Progress compounds, but only when it's consistent. This is long-term transformation and not just a crash course. I suggest you build a micro habit, such as one simple prompt a day, and that's it. You can go to the AI and ask it one smart question daily and use that result. For example, you could go to ChatGPT and just ask it to give you 5 YouTube video titles on your niche. You'll be amazed at what it builds in just a week. If you want to stay more motivated, don't learn in isolation. I recommend you join a free AI focused community, or even start a small DM group with just 2 or 3 friends. Accountability isn't a luxury, it can be your fuel. Humans learn better together generally. The key thing here is to build projects that mean something to you. So I'd recommend you forget about the generic AI challenges. You can use AI to plan your business launch, even write your book outline, or you could even build a simple sales funnel. These are real tasks that will get real results. And that's where your confidence lives. I would recommend that you track your small wins in a Google document or a journal. Then when you look back and see how far you've come, your first prompt, your first AI generated project, it helps to build unshakable belief, and momentum is emotional. Now don't forget to reflect. Ask yourself this simple question on a weekly basis. How has AI helped me this week? That question rewires your brain to look for the results and own them. That ownership, that's what separates the dabblers from the digital entrepreneurs. And here's the simple truth. Most people never really build real skill because they're waiting to feel ready, and they never really get started. But readiness isn't something you wait for, it's something that you build. And you build it by showing up every day, even when you feel like you're stuck. Let me now give you tip number 5, which is to learn AI by building something real, even if it's ugly. One of the biggest myths holding people back is thinking that you need to understand everything before you can create anything. The truth is, the fastest learners are the people out there that are building things messy, half-working things while everyone else is still stuck watching tutorials. You are likely to learn way quicker and learn more from launching a rough version than from planning the perfect one. I would suggest that you pick a super simple project that solves a small problem in your life or in your business or even in the market, and you can use a tool like Canva or ChatGPT to do this. You could use something like use AI to write my weekly emails, just something simple like that. Or create a lead magnet, which is a free giveaway to build your email list. And you can do this using ChatGPT. Now, real projects equal real momentum, so theory is optional, but progress is not. Don't wait for some big course project to show you what to build. I recommend to create something that you actually need. Now, one guy I coached used AI to build a client onboarding email sequence in a weekend, and before that, he was spending weeks procrastinating. This project snapped him into action mode. So, if you're stuck, here's a quick idea that you can use. You can go to ChatGPT to help you build a simple AI-powered checklist for your niche. Let me give you an example. You could use something like the 10 things every new podcaster should do before recording, and then you can turn this into a simple lead magnet or a blog post. That's a win that you can use today. Now, the key thing is this. When you start to create with a purpose, even if it's small, you stop feeling like a beginner and start acting like a real problem solver. And that's the mindset shift, which is where you will need to be. This is where your confidence grows. Projects force clarity like nothing else can. I would recommend treating every small project as a test and not a final exam. You're not trying to get it right, you're just trying to learn what works. When you stop obsessing over getting it perfect, you actually give yourself permission to actually grow. That's where things really start to click. Now remember, you don't need to publish your first attempt. You can build a private Notion dashboard, a mock-up of an idea, or even just a few AI-generated blog drafts. The point isn't for the world to see it at that point. The point is for you to realise what's possible when you stop waiting and you start taking action. Let's now move on to tip number 6, which is to talk to AI like it's your creative business partner. Here's what most beginners get wrong. They treat AI just like a search engine and not a collaborator. But AI works way better when you treat it like a smart team member who's there to help you think better and plan better, and not just about answering basic questions. You don't Google your business ideas, you brainstorm them with AI. Now, if you want better results, I suggest you stop asking basic questions like, what is AI? And start asking smarter, more personalized prompts. For example, you could use something like, help me create a 3-step email funnel for a dog training course that I'm launching next month. Give AI some context and treat it like a real conversation. One of the best things you can do is actually re-prompt AI like you would follow up with a person. If the answer is too vague, you can say something to AI such as, make this more specific, or can you explain that with an example? That's how you turn AI from a robot into a really useful brainstorming partner. Now let me tell you something that will save you a ton of time. The magic is in the back and the forth. People give up after 1 or 2 bad responses, but I've seen entire product outlines, lead magnets and coaching offers come to life just from refining the prompt a few times. It's a process and not a one-shot deal. Now, I would recommend treating each session with AI like a creative workshop. You simply bring the vision and AI brings the raw materials. You can ask it to reframe your ideas, combine concepts, or even role-play customer objections. The more playful and the more strategic you are, the more powerful it will become for you. Now, don't forget to give AI a role to play. You can try saying something like, you're a business coach who helps online creators monetize their audience. What would you suggest? That framing changes everything. You will get more relevant answers and way more clarity than vague advice ever will. Now here's some underrated truth. It's not about how smart AI is. It's about how smart your prompts actually are. So the better your prompts are, the better your results and your outcomes will be. Beginners think they need to learn more before they can actually use it. But the real game changer is learning how to ask better questions and use better prompts. That's where the real leverage starts. Let me now give you tip number 7, which is to forget the hype and master the one thing that actually moves you forward. The biggest trap I often see beginners fall into is they are trying to learn everything about AI at once. They jump between tools, tutorials and trends and end up going nowhere. Now, I would suggest that you ignore 90% of the noise and double down on mastering one core skill that actually helps you get a real result. Now, if you're into content, you can just focus on using AI to create better and higher quality content faster. If you sell a service, you can focus on how AI can help you streamline your workflow or create better offers. And that's it. You don't need to know how to code or understand networks to start seeing results right away. Now let me give you a real example. One of my clients runs a small Etsy shop. She ignored all the techie stuff and just used ChatGPT to write better product descriptions and SEO tags. Her visibility doubled in just 30 days, and she still doesn't know anything about how AI really works. The key thing most people miss is this. AI is not about being more smarter, it's about being more strategic. I would recommend focusing on the skill that unlocks more income, time, or more clarity for you. Anything outside of that can simply wait. You're not here to collect tools, you're here to get some real results and make some more money. You can easily waste hours playing with the newest, flashiest AI tools, but here's the simple truth. The tool doesn't really matter, although it can enhance your productivity. But if you don't know your goal, I recommend that you pick one outcome that you want. This could be more leads, more content, more sales, or more free time. And you can learn exactly how to use AI to help you hit those targets. Everything else is simply a distraction. Now don't forget to track your actual progress, not how many tools you've actually tried. but what results are you actually getting? Did you publish more, save more time, or land more clients? That feedback loop builds confidence way faster than any tutorial ever could. Now, I would suggest that you use AI to solve a real problem and a real pain point in the marketplace or even in your own life today. That urgency forces clarity. Whether it's writing, planning, organising, or coming up with fresh content ideas. If you just focus on the one area that will actually move the needle for you, that's how you will start to create some real momentum. Well, that's a wrap for today. 7 powerful tips that you can start using right away. Now, if you're serious about building your online business or your online side hustle and creating a sustainable online income, then take the next step now and click the link below in the description or in the comments and go through to my website where you can find some free training resources to help you get started right away. These free step-by-step resources are designed to guide you through launching a successful online business and generating multiple online income streams. So don't wait, take action today. So click the link below and start your journey right now. Now please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. It really does energize and motivate me to create more content for you. Thank you very much indeed. And if you want to connect on social, you can find me on LinkedIn and Instagram. The links are in the description below. Thank you so much for watching and supporting the channel, and have an amazing day.